people are saying that their loved ones were killed in hospitals with the COVID protocol, and that should never have happened, obviously. Do you believe them?
100%. I knew they were killing people. I knew they were killing people in the hospital. I would cry myself to sleep at night, even thinking about giving my speech today. Sorry. There was so much death. It was almost unbearable. Hospitals became the place where people go to die instead of the place where people go to get better. They separated newborns from their moms. They let people die alone without being able to say goodbye. They drugged them and they strapped them down, and people died without being able to say goodbye to their family. Some of them just got a phone call, and that had never happened before the COVID protocol rolled out in 2020. So yeah, when they say they killed people, I agree with them.
Thank God for those brave nurses that spoke about the disgustingness that went on in the hospital, because they really validated what the parents and the people who lost loved ones were saying. Many lost their licenses. I'm told they would never work in the healthcare again because of spreading misinformation, but they were just telling us simply what they saw.
I really think about the heroes who worked inside the hospitals who helped us. And some of them actually snuck patients out the back door of the hospitals. And the nurses knew, because the doctor would write candidate for LTC at the top of the chart. And they knew that that patient was going to be there until a COVID test came back positive. And that patient was going to end up on remdesivir and probably dialysis and a ventilator and would die.
Medical professionals' hands were tied. Those that wanted to save lives were leaving the hospitals in droves. They couldn't do that.
And I just made up my mind, if we had any more COVID patients in the hospital, that I would treat them, not with remdesivir, but with this Math Plus protocol. So that's what I did on early December 21. We had 3 new patients that showed up, probably had the Omicron, but I decided to not give them remdesivir, and I was terminated that day.
They have vilified nurses and doctors who stood up like me and reported the wrong and stood against these mandates.
I can't remain silent. I feel that it'd be a disservice to my patients and to our fellow citizens.
Now we are left with medical facilities full of people who don't have a backbone to stand up and do the right thing. I am very concerned for the future of medicine in this country, because we have criminalized and disciplined all of the practitioners who were actually there to protect our patients and families.
I was inundated with people for treatment, and when the first calls came, I heard God say that I was going to do this for His glory, and I was not going to take any payment.
This whole 3-year thing was like a nightmare, but in my case as a doctor, it was really almost like fulfilling a calling, because it needed to be treated, and doctors were not treating COVID. And that's really how I think I got involved, and I realized that, hey, this is your real purpose in being a doctor.
Thanksgiving Day, 2022, a nurse called me from that hospital and said, I'm getting ready to take this patient down to X-ray, and I've instructed him to, when I leave him in the chair there by that back door, I'm going to conveniently forget his records, and I've called his family, and they're going to take him. He's going to go out the back door, and he's going to get in the car, and he's going to leave. And we are not going to know where this guy went because he needs to live. And his family picked him up, and they immediately took him home. And we had a doctor working in the area who treated him at home, and he survived. And that's the kind of heroes they were. some of these people working in the hospitals were not the evil ones that everybody depicts, everybody working in hospitals. They were actually helping us. They were just heroes. They were absolute heroes.
So the reason that we're doing this documentary, that you're watching this documentary right now, is because of these people. Every single person inside this bus, every single picture that we have here is dead. They're killed by either the COVID shot, an approved shot, vaccination, or by the hospital protocol deaths. And it's because of them, that they took one for the team, that we know better and will do better as we go forward. So this is just a fraction, this death in here, of what is out there. We've only just started to unravel the real count of death. So much death in America and around the world. So much death. And the motivation for myself and the crew on this bus as we traveled around was these faces looking out of us. So in their name, in their honor, we will continue. Children's Health Defense will continue, and we will not stop until there's justice and this never, ever happens again.